I was at work one day. I work in a very high stress job. I work with children that have behavior disabilities that are caught up in the system. So I love what I do. You know, it's very, it's stressful, but it's very rewarding also. I was teaching one day and I got a tingling in my arm, my right arm. So I'm just shaking my arm, I'm trying to shake it off. And when my students saw me doing that with my arm, I was standing up outside and they were like, "Mr. Traye, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, my arm is just not feeling right. My hand is numb, you know." So I'm just trying to shake it off. And I went down, and when I sat down at my desk, that's when it started, it started kicking in. The tingling in my hand progressed to farther up in my arm. I became lightheaded. I became dizzy. And at this point, I started feeling pain right behind my right ear. It scared me. The dizziness, the not being able to focus and concentrate, because I was grading papers, but when I was grading the papers, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm looking at my papers and I'm like, okay, it was weird and it was scary because I know how to grade papers, but I couldn't get it. You know what I'm saying? And I do this every day. I learned the 3-part breath from Dr. Levery. When I started doing the 3-part breath, I could instantly feel relief. My anxiety went away, stress went away. It was perfect. I don't know what I would have done because anxiety, I never thought I had. I don't believe I have anxiety, but at that point when it started happening, I did, because I knew something wasn't right. I continued to do my 3-part breath. And so that got me through the whole process. After the episode ended, I drove to the emergency room and found out I had a TIA, which is essentially a mini stroke. At the ER, they ran some tests, did some blood work, they did a CAT scan, and I found out my calcium levels were high, which actually means that my thyroid was overproducing too much calcium, which is also called hyperthyroidism. So it was at this time that I consulted with Dr. Levery for guidance. He gave me a complete practice. It was breathing, meditation, even eating habits, diet guidelines. And he told me, do this and you'll be okay, you'll be fine. Fast forward a few months ago to today, I went in to get my tests done, follow up from my doctor, an endocrinologist, a cardiologist, and my primary care physician. And they all said, everything looks good. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So your thyroid is fine, it looks great. Because he did mention that we might have to remove it if something's wrong, because it was hyperthyroidism. If they can't fix it, they'll take it out because it can do some real bad things to you. He did the ultrasound and everything, and he said he gave me the okay, said your thyroid looks good. So I still do the practice that Dr. Levery told me to do for my thyroid to this day. And it's like everything divinely lined up, and it was just the way everything came out. It was beautiful because my energy is just on a whole nother different level. When I get to work, I'm fully energized. People are coming in, they're drinking their coffee, and I'm there, I'm bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and I'm drinking hot water. It has just totally changed my life. I'm more peaceful, I'm more humble, I'm more patient. I've always had a big heart, but my heart is even bigger now. It's took me to a whole nother level. It's elevated me spiritually, mentally, physically. Just the practice, and all of Dr. Levery's books, the music, I listen to it all the time. I play it around me 24 hours a day. It touches so many people at my job, people that just hear it. It touches me. It's totally changed my life and turned it around. Thank you, Dr. Levery. My life has changed because of what you've given me and what you've taught me. It works. It's just part of me 24/7, and I want to remain it to be that way.